Adversely affecting the credibility of a witness. Now, this policy establishes guidelines for identifying and releasing potentially exculpatory or impeachment information, so-called Brady information, to a prosecuting attorney for the purpose of evaluating and disclosing the information to the defense. Now, certain definitions, okay? Brady information, the prosecution, right? Cowgill, Nichols, Hawes, Roberts, has a duty to disclose all known exculpatory or impeaching evidence to the accused in a criminal proceeding. Now, when we really look at it, okay, did you actually think my remedy to the, well, I have a copy of it here. Yes, he does. And you decided that this was the actual weapon surrender form where I didn't get actual notice. There was no opportunity to be heard. Yes. Yes. And then you were sure, okay, that you'll just have me put in a mental institution for knowing I wasn't in SQUIM. Yes, I didn't victimize the alleged victim. Right. You'd use forgery of the actual initials of the Clallam County ex officio. Oh, look at PENCOM, July 31st of 2015. Yeah. When did the protection order that was issued on August 31st? I think you cannot include the day of expiration or the day of service. And then you decided to renew it, and there was no attempt of service on myself. Right. And then you waited 48 days, and then you served me in the Squim Public Library. Yes. And then you served somebody other than the respondent. Right. And then you had me arrested because the credibility of the alleged victim said that I was in Squim, Washington on December 31st. Well, who the fuck filed the police report? Well, let's see. I didn't get any personal service. Service by mail, service by publication. He issued it for 10 years. Seems to be a little problem. There's no court address, no telephone number. And this woman, yes, has said multiple times that I violated the restraint provisions. You keep putting me in jail, making me go to court. And then when I inform you that it's against the law, you seem to think that the Brady information isn't an obligation of law. Now let's see here. You issued this on August 30th of 2013. Yeah, for 2 years. And then within 90 days of it expiring, right, that would be August 30th of 2015. Yes. But you reissued on June 1st of 2015. Is that within the 90 days required by law? Oh, no, it's not. It actually violates the RCWs of the state of Washington. Oh, now as much as you're the county commissioner right now, you're getting sued, Brent. Your religion's getting sued. Your family's getting sued. Prosecuting attorney's office getting sued. Now, you had an obligation to make sure that my rights were protected as well as the rights of my sons. When you decided to renew this temporary protection order, yes, yes, yes. See, you put it in publication and then you mailed it someplace, right? And then you called me on the telephone, right? Sheriff's Department, in Washington. You have an obligation, right, to admit the exculpatory evidence and my right to question the credibility of the petitioner of the protection order. Sheriff's Department, do you not understand you have a legal... I have the right to affect the credibility of the alleged victim. Yes, so as to require you to remove this fucking thing from the court right now. Now, I sent you an email, yes, documenting fraud and forgery. Poop. You play, I'm the sheriff and I don't know. Well, as we both know, I don't talk about my private life with any sheriff while having lunch with them. But I could say it's harassment. Pooch. I could take every fucking thing you want and never. See, for Every officer that says, oh, it's a community meal, and Paul is so nice that he never questions us. Isn't that right, Chief of Police? For every one of you that I've seen for the last 3 years at any community meal, yes, at any church event, yes, and you all act like you can violate the laws of the United States. For every fucking one of you, Sheriff, right now, you're one big pain in my ass. Now, it's so good to have lunch together. But when you're dealing with psychotics that happen to have badges on, Sheriff, and then you play, I don't know, Sheriff, I've had to sit and have lunch with somebody that I'm going to have put in prison numerous times because you're such arrogance. Now, police department, this fair and impartial criminal investigation, and you would provide the prosecution with the exculpatory evidence that I wasn't in Sequim, Washington. Yes. Bus video surveillance camera footage. Right. Disclosed that I slept at the Serenity House that night. Yes. The video camera surveillance footage from the Hagans. Ooch, ooch, ooch. The emails from the library that I was sitting in here that day. Yes. And then as well as information that will allow me to attack the credibility of the mother of my son. Now I told you, I'm going to want you to remove your fraud. And then I want you to enforce the equal protections of the law. Yes. So that I can sue my wife. Right. Have her